At what point does this adult entertainment stuff come in?
So right around then, I was in college for my after high school, and I was working like two part-time jobs and in college full time, and it was just like so much. And so somebody had mentioned to me like camming, and I was like, oh, I should like give that a try. So I started camming while I was in college, like trying to help pay my bills and stuff like that, because was working two part-time jobs and like still making no money. And so I started camming, and I like fell in love with it like instantly. I don't know, I just love camming so much, and like being on camera, and I don't know.
When you start camming, you remember the first time? What do they call it when you see the person and they see you?
Oh, cam to cam.
Oh, you remember the first time you saw a dude's penis on there? Did that freak you out? Did that?
No, I don't think so. I think I wasn't, I don't know. I was really like conservative growing up, and I was just like, and only at this point had two like serious boyfriends. So I was very like inexperienced and just like, but at the same time, I don't know. I felt very natural to me. Like it just felt like kind of like second nature. When I started camming, I just like love being on camera, and like I think that's a fetish for me, if that makes sense. Like being on camera,
Yeah.
I love that. So it felt really just natural, I guess. Because I think the first time I cammed, I didn't do that at all. Like I just did like myself, like looking at myself. And then a few times after that, I started doing cam to cam, and I don't know. I don't know. I like it because I feel like you can connect with people, and I like that that's like my job. I get to like connect with like all different types of people and like make them happy. I don't know. I love that. So.
Did you? I know you said you had like two boyfriends. Did you ever send them sexy selfie pictures or anything?
Yeah, sometimes. I think not as much like my first boyfriend, but my second boyfriend, I did start to send him like pictures and stuff. But I think that's kind of like when I started to get like a little bit more, because I felt a little bit more comfortable with him than my first boyfriend. So I think I started to like experience like a little bit of my fetishes, but I was very nervous. So I was very like unsure and uneasy with it.
But it turned you on knowing that he'd be essentially jacking off your pictures?
Yeah, I guess like that, but I don't know. I think maybe, because I also like public stuff. What is that called? What's the word for that? Like the fetish? I don't know. But I think it's like some of the fetish is the same when it's like camera stuff. I don't know, like the idea of just like being naked on the internet is a
The
turn
stuff
on.
in public though, is it a rush that people might be watching you and you might get caught?
No, I don't know. Like I don't ever want to get caught, but like I feel like maybe it is like, oh, I could get caught, but I don't ever want to because I get nervous.
Do you know what a badge bunny is?
No.
For sake of discussion, you get caught by a cop and you make a deal with him for him to let you go.
Oh my goodness.
You ever have those kind of fantasies?
I mean, I would be willing to try. I try things, I feel like, in the industry, and that I never would have like thought I would be into before, and then I really love it. So I'm willing to try it.
Your webcamming,
Yeah.
I'm guessing you go into boy-girl shows and the whole thing, or you just strictly do solos?
So when I started webcamming, I strictly did solo, and then I did girl for a while. That's how I met Zoe Taylor, and she kind of like, she's just a girl performer. So I just did girl with her and like a few other girls that lived near me that were also like cam girls, and she kind of taught me like she like took me under her wing, so it was like super sweet, and she like taught me everything, like make sure everyone's tested and this and that, and so, and showed me like how to shoot like good content and like make sure that I'm like bringing out like good quality products, and then so I did that for like a year, like just girl and solos, for like a year before I decided to do like the jump into boy girl and like mainstream porn and stuff. I think that I love camming still so much, but I wanted like something else, and I kind of like hit a plateau, I think, with like my fans. So I was like, oh, like I needed to bring some more like attention, and I was also like I was really nervous of mainstream stuff. But I already had like a few videos of mine like leak on Pornhub, so I was like, well, I'm already on Pornhub, so I should try it. And then I hit up Bang Bros and chat for Bang Bus, and I like fell in love. I love that scene so much. I don't know.
50 questions there, but
Yeah, I know.
prior to getting into business, have you watched adult material?
No, I mean, so I would never watch porn ever before, but like I would like, you know, on like Tumblr, how they would, not anymore, but like before they would have like those like little GIFs and like, or GIFs or however you say them, and like a little story or something like that. Like that's what I would always like read and watch like when I wanted to like masturbate, I guess. I never really watched like porn, but I loved that, and I liked, that's how I like started to experience like some fetishes like in my normal life through Tumblr.
You saw adult material.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
Ever cross your mind that I could do that?
No. So I had a friend who camped before I even camped, and I thought it was so cool, but I just never thought that I could be like in a camp model. I don't know why, but I was just like, that's so cool. I just like, I think I just always thought of myself as like a nerd. So I was like, oh, I can't do that. Like, no, I'm not cool enough. But I actually got in a fight with, after like those 2 serious boyfriends, I dated this guy for like a minute, like a month or something. And in a fight, like he was like calling me a slut, even though I didn't do anything. Okay. But he was calling me a slut, and he was just like, you should just be a cam slut whore. And I was like, I don't know what that is really, but I'm gonna look into it now because I was mad. So I went and looked into it, and I was like, this is so cool. Like this is something that like I didn't realize that anyone could do it. You know, I thought that like, I don't know what I thought, but I just was like, oh, I couldn't do that. And then when I realized that like anyone, literally anyone could, I was like, that's so cool. And I just like wanted to try it like right away. I was like, I want to like research this and like learn all about it. And so I actually spent a while like learning about it and like researching. And I'm just like, I'm such a nerd. So my first instinct is to like research into it. But I learned everything that I could, and I like watched a lot of other cam models, and like I would tip them and like just watch them and try to get like figure out like what the best way to cam myself was, and find like everyone else's different styles, but then also just like remember my own style about like camming. So I never really watched like mainstream porn until I was in porn, but I feel like now like I truly can appreciate porn. Does that make sense? Like I just really I don't know, I think that I just didn't really understand it at the time. I think I had like a lot of like stereotypes when I didn't know about it, and so I was just like, oh, like girls don't watch porn. No, I can't watch that. So yeah, I think that once I started to be in porn, I started to watch some other girls' porn, and then now it's like some girls I know, so it's like kind of funny. But I like it now a lot more, and before I didn't know anything about it.
You go to do your first scene. Do you remember the reaction? Boy ghosting. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Joe. I'll be working with you today. Was that a turn on for you? Is that when you walked on set?
I was really scared. Because I'm just like very like nervous girl, so very shy to do things. So it was for Bang Bros, for Bang Bus, and I was super nervous, and I drove all the way from Orlando down to Miami the same day, so it's like a 4-hour drive. I was getting my makeup done and like picking out outfits and stuff like that, and then he came. It was Derek Ferrari. I don't think he really like has much social media or anything like that, but he's nice. I like him a lot as a person. But it was like kind of, I don't know, because it was my first time on set, but obviously it wasn't his, and he didn't know that, so he was just like really quiet at first, and I was just super nervous because I have watched like, that is the one porn actually that I did watch, but like as a joke. Like me and my friends would watch like Bang Bus a lot growing up, because like that was like, you know, from Florida, and like we just thought that was like hilarious. Not like a lot of that, but you know, we'd watch things. And so I was really, really nervous, and I did not know what to do. I was like freaking out, but I was so excited at the same time. It was hard to be nervous because I pulled up to get my makeup done at this house, and I saw the bus, and I was like, oh my God, this is real, this is happening. And then I think the moment that we all like just got in the bus, because like we drive around and talk for a while, and I think that when that happened, me and Derek like were like super chill right away, and it was just like super fun, and like Jacob was like directing, and so the way we're all just like talking and like we're thinking of like how we were gonna do it, and we're just like bouncing ideas off of each other. And I'm really like a creative person. I love art and stuff like that, so I love like the idea that like it can be so like creative, and like you can like, it's just like fun to like put together something, especially when you can like contribute, and like when directors are cool like that and they like actually care with what like you want to do and stuff. So I think it was a really like cool scene. It was funny, so I liked it a lot.
Remember your reaction the first time you saw professional nudes of yourself?
When I saw them like
the production stills when they did Pretty Girl and they did the whole thing, and you're all glammed up and you're all.
I didn't do that until like a lot later when I was in porn for some reason. Yeah, so I like pictures. I had pictures of me on Pornhub and videos of me on Pornhub before I ever had any professional stuff done. But I used to do mainstream, so I had professional, obviously like clothes pictures. But I think to like see myself like sexy was like it was a really good experience for myself, because like I said, like it was really hard for me to like see myself like that. I'm like, oh, I'm just like a nerd, you know? So like to see myself like all like dolled up and like looking so good, I love that. I think it was like so cool. I just love, and like I love how creative my first like set of agency photos were, because I knew the photographer really well, and so like he made sure to make it like look really cool and like fit my style and like my vibe. So I love that though. I just love like creating things, and like especially because I love like now that I can finally like express my sexuality, because I was always so like nervous before. I love that I can do that in such a creative way and it just be like beautiful, and I mean people like it obviously, but also I'm just super happy that like for myself and like how much I like it, you know.
You do your first scene. Do you take any time off, or is it such a good experience for you that you immediately go into shooting a lot of other stuff?
So I had scheduled Bang Bus, and then not the day after, but like the day after that I had like a Girls Gone Wild shoot. So I already had like 2 scheduled things, and that was all I had originally scheduled. But the moment that I did Bang Bus, like when I was done, I was so exhausted. I was dead. But I was like, I love this. I went home and took I went to bed right after that, but I was so happy. I was just like, this is like the best ever. Like I never want to stop shooting. This is just like so great. And I had like a high from it, if that makes sense. Like I just loved it. So then I went and shot the Girls Gone Wild scene shortly after that, and I loved that. It was like really creative too. It was like at a mechanic shop, and it was like a solo and like a girl scene, which I had been doing. So I was like, okay, I know this. But it was like I hadn't done that like that professionally, you know, before. It was all like pretty much amateur, like stuff I did my own stuff, or trade content with other girls. So then shortly after that, I definitely was really slow in the beginning into the industry. I would like shoot like a scene every other month, or like couple scenes a month, like 1 or 2 scenes a month, for a while. But then I signed with ATMLA when I came out here, in LA, and I was like, you know, I really want to get like serious into this. I want to start shooting more. So I signed, I talked to them, and I signed a contract, and I'm here.